Party, Africa party.
Yes, hello everyone. It's the grand opening of Hall of Fame Bar and Restaurant in Farato, West Coast Region, Comosar, on Friday, 19 December 2025 at 5 p.m. Oh yes, at night is food and drink with salsa live band performances, DJs and artists. Come on, Mbadingola Tolamonyola, Hall of Fame Ibayella, Arjumo to Akaro Tiltani Konotol, West Coast Region member Farato, Oto Yalbele Bunya, Bukendes, Damane Hall of Fame, the Nenko Ubi, the grand opening, Arjuma, Fuki Fanak Dromin and very December, Chajuromi Watu, Chafarato, the for Otanyep. Come on, see you all there.
Yeah, greetings wherever you are getting us. This is Atlantic Online TV, the home of the TV revolution. It's all about your education Bantaba program that always coming your way every Monday from this time. I am your able host, Mr. Sanyang, a teacher, a presenter at Atlantic TV. And then I will also acknowledge my co-host, Mr. Babukar Iye Buso, literally called the icon of truth. He's also a teacher and then currently on study leave. Without wasting more time, I will also acknowledge those at the receiving end, more especially our beautiful listeners who always follow this program. The regional office director, Mr. Paul K. Mendy, the desk officer, Mr. Amadu Shaw, and then the principal of education and all the staffs at the regional office, schools like Brekama, Upper and Senior Secondary School, Alpha Khan, Methodist Academic, Mansakoli Bojang, you have Bottrop, you also have schools within Greater Banjul, KM, and then schools in Region 3, schools in Region 4, schools in Region 5, and schools in Region 6. I will not forget Mahat Senior Secondary School. Honestly, they do follow this program. So as I stated earlier, I invited two gentlemen who are representing, I will say, the teachers, and then the topic will be given shortly. But I will allow them to introduce themselves, so their names first, before going directly to the topic. Please tell us who you are.
Thank you, sir. My name is Lavin Sise. I'm the teacher teaching civic education at Abuko Senior Secondary School. So I am glad to be here. I'm so happy to be here to discuss this important issue that is in the country. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Sise. I trust it's very important. We speak louder a bit. There are people watching us, and then they will love to know what is going on. And then, yes, thank you. And then, honestly, we are so grateful for honoring our invitation. And then, my brother, yes.
Yeah, good morning, Mas. Thank you so very much. And thanks to all the listeners out there that are only following this educational Bantaba. It's a very important program in our education. So I'm happy to be here. I am Lamin Amane and a teacher at Aboko Senior Secondary School, teaching English language.
Yeah, literally called justice. Yeah. And then I'm sure justice will prevail. Today. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Mane, I will start because this is not the first time, and then the Education Bantaba, you are part and parcel of the Education Bantaba platform.
Absolutely.
So please, the topic of discussion, we are to discuss briefly on the incident that happened, I would say 2 weeks back, between a teacher and a student. So it's very important we bring it to the table and we see how best we discuss, we bring possible solutions, and then also give security to the teachers. Because if teachers are not safe, then the nation will keep on sinking. So, Mr. Mane, can you briefly describe what happened on the day of the incident from your perspective?
Yeah, based on the information that we had, you can only side it with indiscipline, because in academia even you will realize that what happened is a sign of indiscipline, because based on the information we receive, it is as a result of cheating, and cheating is never encouraged in academia, and this is what our colleague was trying to stop, and that it happens in the other way around. So if you summarize it top, you will realize that everything will boil down to indiscipline. That is, students being indisciplined towards teachers is something that is really alarming. We have seen numerous incidents happening, and this is not the first time. And if actions are not taken, it will not be the end. I said it in my post that this is just the tip of an iceberg. If right measures are not taken and teachers are not protected, we will see severe incidents. So I think it's very important inviting us to discuss about matters that are related to teachers and students issues, much especially when it comes to the disciplinary aspect.
Yeah, can you also take us through about the incident from your perspective?
Yeah, thank you so much. I will look at the incident. The first time I read the article, seems like something that students have been doing it. They don't fear, doing such kind of things. And this is something that is affecting, that is a serious matter in our country. We have to talk about it, we have to discuss it. Because I mean, looking at it, it's a serious thing that can lead someone to lose his life. Because that guy was, he intended to kill, to slaughter this teacher. And the teacher was having only integrity and probity for the country. So if someone is doing that, and the teachers are doing that, they are saving the lives of this country, they are responsible for the human resource. So people who are responsible for human resource need protection. I mean, the country has to do something, or else it's going to be a jamboree in this country.
Certainly. And then, I love us to move to the other part, that's about the teacher-student relationship. Is key, and then is very important, because a teacher and a student should not be enemies, but that cordial relationship need to be there. So the question I'm going to ask is, prior to this event, what was the general behavior and academic standing of the students involved?
Yeah, though I'm not a teacher at Yunus English Secondary School, but you talk to people who are friends to her. Some of them do describe her as a calm guy. Yeah, they do describe her as a calm guy.
The girl?
Yeah, the girl.
Okay.
But to me, sometimes there are people that are calm, but just like the saying, green snake in a green grass, you have individuals that are very calm, but when it is time for them to act, anytime they act, it is something that people say, we never expect this. So what I will like to say regarding that aspect is, when it comes to teacher and student relationship, it needs to be a cordial relationship, because as teachers, we cannot distance ourselves from our own students, because we need to give them that confidence. If without the confidence, it will be very difficult for us to be able to instill moral in them, for us to educate them and give them the right knowledge that they need. But in anything also, it has limitation. It has limitation. And Jata is someone that I don't know personally, but talking to people also that have worked with him, that knew him before, because he was one time at Amity. So many people admit how good he is and how he is supportive to students. So you realize that this kind of things do happen to people. In most of the cases, they are so much helpful to students. People that distance themselves from students, those are the people that sometimes are not faced with this kind of challenges. But people that always help students are these people that students sometimes give their back to, see them as their enemies. Sometimes you trying to instill discipline in these kids, they term you as the bad guy in the school setup. So if all of us decided to fold our hands, not to give directives to the student, not to give corrective measures to the student, you will realize that at the end of the day, we will not have a good society, because the students that we are having today are the futures leaders. So if we don't mold them well, at the end of the day, what kind of society are we going to have? We cannot leave them like that in the school. We must take our responsibilities. So this is what our colleague was trying to do, to make sure there is integrity. Because when it comes to exam, it has to be fair. Cheating will never be entertained, and it should never be entertained. So him taking up that bold decision to make sure that everything is done according to the exam rules and regulations. But at the end of the day, he was the victim. This is something that is so much touching. Listening to his audio, it really touched me, because to him, he was doing his job. In doing his job, this is what happened to him. It is so sad anyway. So I think as the discussion goes on, we will try to reach other points.
Yeah. And then there are a lot of information or news that the student was she was once attending a school. So that, and then due to the same behavior, the administration there.
Mass.
Yes.
This boils down to the heads. When admitting a student, don't only look for the number. Again, whenever a student is in your school and acted otherwise, that lead to you releasing that student. Every student that is moving to another school needs to go with a transfer letter. And heads must be honest. Anytime you release a student from your school, be honest. Write the reason why that child is leaving your school.
Thank you.
If that child happened to commit serious crimes, like what happened at Yunus here, for instance, that child, the school, didn't write any recommendation. They didn't write any recommendation to other schools, showing them that this is the act this particular child has done in our school. And that child happened to move to another school, the same thing might repeat. And if it repeats there, that is the sole responsibility of the school where the child came from. Because if such recommendation was done in the transfer paper, no school will have the gut to register that particular child in the school. But the issue is, most of the schools are interested in the number of children that they will be enrolling, because that determines the amount of SIG that will be pumped in their school account. We have to be honest. And this is something that they need to do away from. If you have such child with such behavior moving from your school, write the reason why the child is moving, so that if that child gets the letter to another school, even if that school will accept the child, they'll be able to monitor the individual, because they know this is the attitude, that is why she left that particular school or he left that particular school. So we need to monitor the child if she is to continue in this school.
Certainly,
yes,
it's a point. And then after reading the article that very day, I know it was shocking.
Yeah.
So is there any statement that determined that the teacher and the student have any non-disagreement or issue before the incident first?
Yeah, when I read the article the first time, that was something that comes into my mind. Like, I mean, it's like maybe there is something going on between the teacher and the student. But I know Mr. Jada very well. He was my senior in Armitage. Yes, and 2018, that was the year Mr. Jada left Armitage when I was there. So I mean, I know Jada is that guy who has that relationship with students. You know, he normally mingle with students, but that doesn't mean like he can have a problem with a student like that guy.
Because I know to that level.
Yeah, yes. I know Jada very well. He is a pious guy, very well. Yeah. So the first time I read the article, it came into my mind like, there is something between them. But after reading and knowing the guy, like it's Mr. Jada, I found out that no, that can't happen. So, but if you look at it, this student is maybe she don't have that kind of discipline from the family, from the society. Because if she is having that discipline from the society or from her family, she will not do such kind of thing in the school. But she just deliberately do it. And I was, you know, like I have a student, a study student, who was at Yunus. And I asked the girl about this girl. She said she knows her, but she said this girl is calm in the school. She's calm there, but outside she's different. And I saw a picture of the girl. If you see the girl in this school, like the video that was shown, you know, if you see the girl, you'll think that she's a guy, it's a cool or calm girl. But take a look at the pictures that's different from school. you will know that you can, as like for example, if you study psychology, looking at someone, you can know something like that. This guy is up to something. So from looking at that, I understand that this guy, come on, see why do it deliberately.
Yeah, but I trust this is not the first time of her doing this such kind of thing, especially in schools, because that led to her expel in one of the schools, that Combo Kerwan in a secondary
That's
school.
what Lamin just said here about the enrollment also.
So, yeah.
Teacher, the admins, sometimes the blame has to go to them.
And then we also received information that before Jata, he once attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is just a gate man. So it's like attitude. No,
it's not the school. It's from this family, from the society. So things like that. That's why when you look at the civic education in relation to this, I mean, they are the subject is in senior level, but it's not in the senior level. These people, they have to learn civic education at a lower level. So that stage, learning these rights, responsibility, duties, you will know what to do. But now, these people, you are telling them already, now, teaching them rights, they will only understand their rights and forget about their duties and responsibilities.
Okay.
So,
okay. Yes, still, we are still moving fine, and then still teacher-student relation, and then this question rate. And how would you describe the overall teacher-student relationship climate in the school?
Yeah, I don't actually know how the relationship is at Yunus, but anywhere it is in this in my school, it is really a great one. I will not be fair to our admin, our principal, if I don't give him credit, because our school is a new school. We're coming to have our first batch, grade 12, but the discipline in that school is top notch, because he takes responsibility. And I am not discrediting the private schools, but discipline is high in government schools than private schools. That's the reality. You look at government schools, sometimes you will see the heads, they will hold the bull by the horn. They will do the right measures. Whatsoever that comes out of it, they will face it. Because they know their sole responsibility is to make sure they guide their brothers and sisters that are enrolled in the school. Because they are entrusted to discipline the kids. And you will see our school, for example, we do have people of such attitude, people that are always in discipline. But sometimes you go to the school, you realize that the number is limited. Why? Measures are put in place. You don't want to go work according to those rules and regulations that are in the school. You move to a school where you can be allowed to behave anyhow. But schools must have rules and regulations, and those rules and regulations must be observed at all cost. No matter what it takes, schools must make sure they don't bend their rules and regulations in favor of anybody. Anybody who violates their rules and regulations, let the individual face the full force of the regulations of that particular rule that are set by the school. And this is something that our school is really doing. You look at us, our size, you will know there are something in our school that must be protecting us. Else, it would have been otherwise. Teachers need to be protected. If you show to the students that you people are more important, you are more valued than the teacher, what else is left for the teachers? Nothing, absolutely. And this is something that is really happening in private schools. They will tell you, our first priority is the students. What message are you telling the students? Because they will tell you plain, the salary that we are paying you is from the students. So therefore, the students will be protected first before teachers. So this is the problem. You are indirectly telling the students you are more important than the teachers. So that being the case, how will they respect those teachers? Because telling students that you are paying the students, the teachers indirectly, meaning you are the one responsible of their salaries. And at the end of the day, that leads to disrespect. And I think that portion needs to be looked at.
Certainly. So we move into exam integrity and policies because that's where the problems come. Yes, Mr. Sise,
Yes.
how do you and your colleagues enforce examination rules to ensure fairness in your school?
Yeah, Mr. Jada, I mean, Lavin will tell you, they call me as Evidaisi.
Good.
Evidaisi, we all know him. Man of what? Law. So I am that guy who don't care, what you are going to talk about me. But the integrity I have and the probity, I always maintain it. When you look at cheating, it's something that is absolutely wrong. You shouldn't do it. In exam, malpractice. When I see you doing it, for me, my class, I don't think, we are on exam, I think I was the very one who in fact caught a student spying, cheating, writing everything on the handkerchiefs. Everything was there. So the students themselves were in fact surprised. They was and she said, I salute you. That's not to salute me. I'm doing my job. And I can't sell the paper. That's something that I always have problem with my colleagues. Like me, I always want to follow the rules and the regulations. So following the rules and regulations, you cannot tell me what to do. What I am doing, I have to do it. Because this is something that we agreed. It is a written document. So we have to follow it. So cheating in examination is something that is wrong. So Mr. Jada found this guy cheated. And what is wrong with that? It's wrong.
What is wrong with
so
that?
You have the only thing that Jada can do. Jada was in fact lenient to this guy and submit the paper. If it was me, that paper is cancelled. That paper is, if it was, I can give an example to you. Like our seniors in Amity, there was this girl having a simple phone, Nokia. This guy was having Nokia last paper. Amity, last paper we are always in a haste to go home because boarding. So this guy was having a simple phone, a lady, in our pocket. So after doing everything, she just passed her paper. And the supervisor there just called her. After calling her, the supervisor realized that she's having a simple phone, and that simple was in fact off. But this supervisor seized the simple phone, and her paper, everything was cancelled.
Because the rule says.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jada was in fact lenient to this girl, and private school, this is something that they are doing. I was chatting with a friend of mine who is very close to Yunus. He said to me, the principal will tell the Yunus students that the teachers, Yunus, here you are only here to teach and leave. So assembly, tell the teachers that you are here to teach and leave.
Not to teach them morals?
No.
Not to teach them discipline?
No. Just to teach and leave. And I have colleagues that are teaching in Yunus. These are young teachers. They don't care. They only go there, teach and leave. Most of the teachers there are part-time teachers. They don't care. They just go and teach and leave. So you have someone like Mr. Jada, who wants students to learn not only this paper black and white, but moral. And a student cheating in class, trying to abuse that or harm that guy. That is something that is alarming in our country.
Certainly. Mr. Steele, on exam integrity and policies,
Yeah.
have you been have there any previous incident of exam cheating at your school or in any of these communities?
Yeah, exam cheating is rampant, and I don't think there'll be any school that will tell you we don't have students that will cheat. But the purpose of teachers invigilating is to monitor. You monitor how the exam is unfolding, and this is something that we are doing very well in our school, as he rightly mentioned. Numerous occasions you'll be having students cheating, but what happened is any child that we caught cheating, your paper is automatically cancelled. We don't want to cancel your paper. So this is something, if you happen to implement this kind of things, you will realize that students will do away from cheating, because they will know, they will have in their mind that if I am caught, my paper will be cancelled. And you will realize that in our school we don't joke with promotion, because we have a school that is not only in for academic, even sport, we really empower it. But that doesn't mean also, even athletes, our athletes and our players are not exempted when it comes to academic, because it's sometimes unfortunate. You will realize that somebody will be a professional player, a professional athlete. A simple interview, the guy will not be able to do it. Because
Certainly, we are running out of time. Let's move into security, safety and security at school is key. And yes,
my security,
yes,
and safety of teachers is not something that people should negotiate.
No.
It should not be negotiated, because you look at safety of teachers. If teachers are not safe, the nation is not safe, because teachers are the one that will be correcting the wrongs of the students. So if those teachers are not safe, or if those teachers are trying to correct, they'll be attacked. They will fold their hands, and if they fold their hands, kids will behave anyhow. At the end of the day, what society are we going to have? We will have a society that is not safe, and if the society is not safe, nobody is safe. So teachers need to be protected at all cost. We need to be protected. This is something. What happened at Yunus, I will blame the authorities, being it the ministry, being it GTU. They are not doing the right measures. It has been happening in various areas. It happened at Farafeni, you understand? Scan it happened there. It happens at different places. But measures were not taken. That is why this continue happening. If measures were taken, it would not continue happening until it reaches Yunus.
Certainly. It's like the policies favor students than teachers.
Than
As a civic, yes. Can you back that?
Yeah, the policy is something that it favors the students than the teachers. Like, that's what we think. But I mean, if you look at it, there is something that we are talking about in people have to be civic oriented. The students especially, they have to be civic oriented. If something is giving you more privilege, but that privilege is not a right, it's just a privilege. The policy is giving them just a privilege, but they don't have that right to attack these teachers. That's what they have to understand. Like, civic is something that, so if I look at it and I look at how we are teaching it in schools, it is something that I question. Because when you look at what is in the book, if you want to teach like that without reading and making your own findings and make the student to understand it in depth, they will only listen about their rights. Because when you look at, especially our democracy is all about rights. So when you talk about our democracy, you talk about only rights. Now, you forget about responsibilities and duties. The first thing that people have to understand is obligations, responsibilities, duties. And let them know their rights. Because these rights, this is something that we are naturally born with. Whether you learn them or not, they are given to you. So now, you learn your duties and your responsibilities.
Certainly, and then we are moving very fast as the program is all based on time. And then let's move to the closing and reflective questions. That's going to be our final. So, Mr. Mane, what message would you like to send to other teachers in similar situations?
Yeah, just to be careful, just to be mindful and know what to do and what not to do. Because you look at teachers, our responsibility is to mold the future generation. But sometimes if we do anything, any mistake, the society will bounce back on us. But it is unfortunate, anytime we are victimized, nothing comes out of it. And this is something that has to stop. It has to stop. And though the matter is at court, I don't have much to say about it. But I am so much optimistic that justice will be served.
Certainly, I was at the hearing.
Yeah, because that is what we are all yearning for. Because if justice is not served, at the end of the day, you will realize that this kind of things will continue happening. But if an example is set, others will learn from it, because they will realize that we have positive and negative reinforcement, and you realize that they will think about what are the consequences after doing this. So calling on the right authorities to make sure they do all what it takes to protect the rights of teachers. So that note, I would like to thank you and thank the followers.
Come there. And then, Mr. Sise, what would you like parents and the wider community to understand about this incident?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
If I want to talk about that parents' role, because parenthood is a responsible parents. We need a responsible parent in the society. Parents, when you look at the agents of civic education, it starts from the family. The family is where you learn the do's and the don'ts. So we are looking things and relating into American or the Western world things. But normally, if I'm teaching, I always bring things like that into class. When you look at the Western world and our in Africa or in the Gambia, let's look at in the Gambia now, because Gambia we are looking at things and relation to the Western world. The roles of parents. We want our children to adopt the way or the life of the Western people, and if you look at those people, they teach their children. They teach them about the do's and the don'ts, the good things and the bad things in the society. And these people, they respect their parents. If their parents tell them to stop, they always stop it. So here you are allowing your children, you are exposing them. But expose them in a responsible and in a meaningful way. But we want our children to adopt the Western life. We think that if they disrespect people outside, they are civilized, they are upgraded. Then I can remember in the provinces outside, you are not like a child of one family. You are the child of the society. If you do something wrong to the society, they will deal with you. But now, look at that.
Things have to.
It's massive because now we think that you are only for your family. And your family will in fact back you. Even school, it happens there. You will see a teacher trying to correct a student, and the student will go home, report the case to the parent. The parent will come and attack that teacher in the school.
Yeah, it's happening, and then we're going to draw the curtains here because TV program is based on time, and then after this program, there's a program coming. So I think it's very important. It's not going to be our first session, and then we'll make sure keep on inviting you people here till we see the justice is being prevailed, because currently the matter is already been at court, and then on the 8th of January, second hearing will be conducted there. So I trust it's very important before second hearing we come and we see how best. But even that very day at the station, at the courthouse, the teachers, we are not happy. We are not happy because first place, what was given that the child is a minor, so they don't need the crowd, because so many students and teachers were there to show solidarity to the teacher. So obviously, still acknowledge those at the receiving end, students. Still acknowledging those at the receiving end, especially teachers and the students who do follow this important program. Thank you intravenously for always following the Education Bantaba platform here at Atlantic TV. I am your host, Mr. Sanyang. Thank you till we have you in our next bulletin.
Party, Africa party.
Yes, hello everyone. It's the grand opening of Hall of Fame Bar and Restaurant in Farato, West Coast Region, Comosar, on Friday, 19 December 2025 at 5 p.m. Oh yes, at night is food and drink with salsa live band performances, DJs and artists. Come on, Mbadingola Tolamonyola, Hall of Fame Ibayella, Arjumo to Akarotil Tani Konoto, West Coast Region member Farato, Oto Yalbele Bunya, Buken Des Daman Hall of Fame, the Nanko Ubi, the grand opening, Arjuma, Fuki Fanak Drumin and very December, Chajuromi Watu, Chafarato, the 4 Otanyab. Come on, see you all there.